Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Blue Zone. Welcome to our channel where we discover how to live longer, feel stronger, thrive with confidence after 40 and beyond. This channel is your ultimate guide to the Blue Zone lifestyle, where wellness, longevity, and purpose come together to help you live your best life. Join me, I am Dr. Yvonne Beckford, as we share expert insights, proven strategies, and inspiring conversations on topics from wellness and self care, beauty and aging gracefully, purpose and passion, relationships and connection, retirement, and lifestyle design with practical advice, engaging interviews, which we're going to have right now, and transformational tips. This channel will empower you to unlock your full potential. We want Blue Zone Living to be your one-stop destination. I am honored to welcome Mr. Morris Mugo, RDH, registered dental hygienist. This gentleman is a Kenyan-born registered dental hygienist who is the founder of Safari and Smiles. It is a non-profit organization that combines tourism with volunteer dental services in Africa. Talk about purpose. He was born and raised in Meru, a small village in eastern Kenya. He immigrated to the United States in his 20s, attended his first dental appointment then, and learned about the distinct roles of dental hygienist and dentist. In 2021, literally 3 to 4 years ago, he founded Safari and Smiles to address the oral health disparities he witnessed in his homeland. And talk about giving back. This organization offers tourists the opportunity to explore African nations and countries while participating in volunteer dental missions. Since its inception, Safari and Smiles has provided free dental care to over 600 orphans in Africa and has organized trips for more than 200 dental professionals and their families. Talk about an innovative approach to combining tourism and service. He's the man. Okay. Um, when we talk about the Blue Zone, Mr. Morris, how?
Yes, Doc.
Right. What I love about Safari and Smiles is that your work intertwines dental health initiative with community engagement in Kenya. I can brag on him. I think I was on one of, if not the inaugural safari. And
Yes.
I felt like I was dropped into Lion King. It was like it was on the list. And I can check that off. And I'm as not it was the first, but it won't be the last time. Considering the principles of observed in blue zones, regions that are known for longevity and well-being of their inhabitants. We're gonna ask you a couple of questions on how that is in alignment with your mission and blue zone lifestyle habits. For example, moving naturally in blue zones, daily life incorporates natural physical activity. Okay. How does your organization encourage or integrate physical activity into the communities you serve? What you think?
So, first, let me say a big thank you to you, to
Ah,
Dr. Yvonne, my good friend,
good
for
people.
not only having me on the podcast, but this is something that I'm personally very interested in about,
Uh-huh.
blue lifestyle.
Right.
Because everybody is trying to live a little bit longer. And this is something that a lot of people in dentistry do not put into attention until it's too late. So, thank you so much for your time and opportunity to be here. So, in regards to your question, one of the things that I love
Mhm.
about the communities we serve in Kenya and in other places in Africa is that movement is already part of the daily life. Walking long distances to school, tending to farms. If it's going to fetch water, we do not have water in the house. So most people are already walking distances to fetch the water.
Right.
So I would say it's inbuilt, it's built into the culture.
Yeah.
So at Safari and Smiles, we encourage natural movement through hands on dental care, community outreach, and even activities like walking, dental education tours.
Yeah.
So when volunteers join us,
Mhm.
we actually have, they're not just working in the clinic, they are moving, they're engaging and immersing themselves in the environment.
So no
We
Ubers,
also
no
try to
Ubering,
incorporate,
no
yeah,
Ubering,
we
no
also
Ubering.
we also incorporate hiking and nature
Yes.
walks as part
Yes.
of our programs to embrace that blue zone principle of movement.
Excellent. 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 So when we talk about blue zone, we and ikigai means purpose. You live with
Right.
purpose. A strong sense of purpose is linked to increased longevity. How does Safari and Smiles instill a sense of purpose among its volunteers and the local communities? It's kind of
So,
obvious, but I want to hear it out
right.
of you. Yeah.
Right. So purpose, I would say purpose is at the core of Safari and Smiles. Many of the
Yes.
volunteers who join us are looking for something beyond their daily routines in the clinic. So it's an experience that aligns with their deeper why, whether it's giving back or sharing their skills or experiencing the joy of helping others.
Right.
So our work provides a sense of fulfillment, and for the communities we serve, we also focus on education and empowerment, helping them to see the value of oral health and how it impacts their overall well-being. So when people realize they can make a difference, whether by learning to care for their own teeth or by providing care to others, I think that's a powerful why and a powerful purpose of
It's
what we
powerful.
do.
You're absolutely right. Now let's downshift. Stress reduction is vital for health. What strategies does your team employ to help communities manage stress, and how do you ensure the volunteers maintain their well-being during these missions?
So there's a saying in Swahili that we
Uh-huh.
normally say, stress ni muaji. It means stress is a silent killer.
Yeah.
So, and we do recognize that in both the communities we serve and our volunteers.
Uh-huh.
So, and we do recognize that in both there is always some element of stress, whether it's in the volunteers or the people we are serving. So, for the locals, we do encourage traditional relaxation methods. So may it be through storytelling. So sometimes when we have those kids going to the dentist for the first time, we
Ah,
encouraging them through storytelling, even if it's music, and we also still encourage the locals to practice the traditions that I personally grew up experiencing. Telling stories around the fire, or even just slowing down to enjoy meals together.
that's pretty
For
cool.
our volunteers, we create intentional downtime on the
Uh-huh.
schedule that we have. So after a long day of dental work or traveling, we ensure that they also get to experience the beauty of Kenya, whether it's an evening by the campfire, or just a wildlife safari session. We encourage and say that balance is the key, and we
Yes,
prioritize self-care just as much as community care.
that's fabulous, man. And I mean, you're the man. Okay, now in Blue Zone, belonging to a faith-based community contributes to longevity. How does your organization's mission collaborate with local religious or spiritual groups to enhance community cohesion and support?
So I would say community is everything. So one of
Yeah.
the most beautiful things about working in Kenya is seeing how faith-based and spiritual communities come together. So we've also partnered with local churches, mosques, and community leaders to spread awareness about dental health. Because when information comes from trusted sources, people listen. So
Right.
these groups also play a huge role in ensuring that dental care continues even after our missions by supporting education and encouraging healthier lifestyles.
Okay, that's cool. So when we talk about loved ones first, prioritizing family is key aspect of Blue Zone lifestyle. Family. I know personally that it's important to you. You've got your two mini me's, right? So family first, man. In what ways does Safari and Smiles involve families in its initiative to strengthen familial bonds?
That's a great question. So
Yeah.
I say we see oral health as a family affair. So parents need to model good habits for their kids, and kids can actually influence their parents as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we create programs that involve entire families, mothers learning to care for babies,
Mm-hmm.
teeth, fathers realizing their role in nutrition, and kids becoming dental ambassadors in their homes. So, by making it a family effort, the
Right.
message sticks and healthier habits are easier to form this way.
Now this can go either way because a lot of the blue zones that it's been discovered by location, Mediterranean diet, wine, this, that, and the other. In terms of your country, does moderate alcohol consumption, particularly wine, that's observed in the blue zone? Do you guys ever your organization discuss the role of moderate alcohol intake in a healthy lifestyle, considering it in a cultural context? Because keep in mind, we talk about blue zone lifestyle. So as far as for me personally, it can happen anywhere. It's a lifestyle,
Right.
right?
So this is an interesting one, especially since I've personally embraced sobriety.
Right.
In some cultures, moderate alcohol consumption is linked to social bonding and relaxation. However, in
Mm-hmm.
Kenya, especially I can speak more of Kenya because I have
That's you.
experience growing up there.
Mm-hmm.
So we see both the good and the bad signs of alcohol consumption. So
Mm-hmm.
we promote discussions around balance. If
Mm-hmm.
someone chooses to drink, it should be done, mindfully. But for many, especially in communities where alcohol abuse is a problem, we focus more on hydration
Mm-hmm.
through things like herbal teas and traditional fermented drinks like mulsik. Mulsik is more like buttermilk, so it's like milk from the cow. We just ferment it in a traditional gourd, and it offers probiotics without the risk of alcohol.
So that's healthy. So
It's very
intestinal health.
healthy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So say it again. What is it
It's
called?
called mulsik. Mulsik.
Mosaic.
Mursik.
That's
Mulsik.
cool. That's cool. But now, have you been able to find that in the States? Because I know there's like African stores and cultural markets, or is it something that you only get access to when you go home?
So I mean, I've tried to find it. You cannot. I've not been able to find it.
Right.
And
Yeah. That's
when I
why I
bought
asked.
the milk here, I bought milk and I tried to make it with a guan. The milk went bad. Instead of fermenting, it
Yeah.
was rotting. So
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Because a lot of things, this mosaic of cultures, some
right.
good stuff can come. And I was curious if, I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna try it, but I want to hear about it. Yeah. Let's just say I'm a little lactose intolerant. I ain't gonna play like that. Okay. Well, okay. Back on track. Okay. So, how does your organization foster supportive social circles among community members and volunteers? Because community is big. The right tribe,
Right.
social networks, and supporting healthy behaviors. Community. I know without saying that's the whole vibe of Africa community, but you tell me.
So I would say everything we do is community driven.
Right.
even before we step into a village, we ask, what do they need? What do they need in that village? What do you already have that we can support? For example, you've sent me donations before for my missions, and we do not just, we just don't go and give them just anywhere. We find a
Yeah.
specific community that has that specific needs. For
Right.
example, the soccer balls. You sent me soccer balls before, and
Right.
we just don't go and dump them in one village. We find each villages and we see what the community needs, and instead of just providing services, we also train the local workers. We equip schools with oral health programs, and we make sure the community feels ownership of their health or whatever we donate to them. So that's the only way real change happens, is when people see it as their initiative, not just seeking something outsiders are bringing in.
Right. It's called respect. It's
Absolutely.
called respect, and it's also called giving seed, showing people how to grow, not to just to
Yes.
consume. So, and that's what's appreciated. It's called respect. You ask what's needed, and you want it to be generational. So you're investing in the future. So each one teach one, right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm so cool like that. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. So, on that note about respect, how is when we talk about in community engagement and Blue Zone, as we talked about, emphasizes community involvement. How does Safari and Smiles in particular ensure that its projects are community driven and culturally sensitive, which means respect?
So when we talk about like culturally sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
is we're not trying to change anybody's beliefs or lifestyle.
Exactly.
And I have seen even guests ask me what's the appropriate attire to wear when they go to these communities.
Right.
So we do try and always strive to respect their culture. May it be if we are going to a Maasai village and we are entering their hut, we are not trying to rearrange their furniture or explain to them, how they should live their life. So we
Exactly.
use the principle of live and let live.
Respect. Right, respect.
Yeah.
So longevity is that's not unusual. I would think one of the health things is called preventiveness. And with dental care, you're a model of preventive care, because that's, I've had folks ask when they want to, a lot of people are immigrating to Ghana and all these other places, and they ask about health care. The
Right.
issue is, you and I both know that health care doesn't have to be extensive, because the best health care is preventive care.
I
It's
agree.
it's
Yep.
cost effective, and you don't need it after the fact. So, I commend you with the whole aspect of preventive care, oral care being the gateway to systemic care. And it's great, especially for the young, to see you in particular, because when they see you, they see themselves and they see their
Right.
possibilities. So I personally commend the heck out of you that a lot of people leave and they act like they don't know, but you went back and you brought your new tribe to meet your old tribe,
Right.
and that's commendable. How can folks reach you? I want to know how folks can contribute to you. I want you to tell the people, because this is your baby and it's growing, man. And I'm so proud of you. I'm just getting goosebumps. See, look at the goosebumps.
First, I'll
Yeah,
say thank you. Big thank you to you for
yeah.
not only, you've walked the talk. You've been with me on two
Oh,
occasions to Africa, to
right.
Kenya, and to Egypt. And
Yeah.
also, every time I have something going on, you always send me donations. So, big thank you for
Respect.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people can reach me? I'm on Facebook as Morris Mugo.
Mm-hmm.
So if you search Morris Mugo, the African Safari dental guy,
I
I'm
know
out
that's
there.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You search me on Instagram. You're gonna just search Safari and Smiles. And most importantly, I'm not that important. So my phone number is out there. If anybody want to give me a call and discuss this, is my phone number is 443 559 2474.
Say it
And
again. 404.
443 559
Mm-hmm.
2474. So you
Right.
text me, I'll be happy to answer you. Or if you like to write emails, you can reach me at info@safariandsmiles.com. So
And donations are tax deductible.
donations are tax deductible. We will send you a certificate of donation. We are 501c3 compliant.
Right.
We'll be happy to, send you a receipt. You can donate. If you like to donate items, we can reach out to us and I'll tell you exactly what we need. Or if you like to donate money as well, you can write a check to Safari and
Right.
Smiles Incorporated.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of comparable to what you say when you enter the village, you want to know what they need. So when
Yes,
people donate, ask Mr. Mugo what is needed. Don't make assumptions, and he'll
right.
tell you what's needed. This is his old tribe, so the new tribe needs to get together and make a whole third tribe of community. Um,
Absolutely.
Anything you want to ask me that won't make me turn red? No. Yeah. What anything you want to ask me? Talk to me, man.
So I wanted to ask you, for people who are interested in pursuing this, the blue lifestyle, do you have any like conferences or anything people can attend to learn? Where can people learn more about this? Because this is something we should be
Yeah.
talking about even more as we
Yeah.
strive to live more healthy.
Interestingly, in other countries, I always tell folks that, what's defined as a third world country to me is whether or not a cup of water or a cup of oil is more important. And in warm
Right,
countries, water is the deal, as fiscally sound as Dubai and all these other places are. They don't have water. You can't drink oil.
right,
Warm continent, you don't need heating oil. You use cooking oil. You can cook with wood.
right,
Right, exactly. So uh and folks don't get sick. It's not unusual to find someone in Kenya living 80, 90 years old. Am I right? And they
so,
walk and they move and
so
it's
my grandmother that
mm-hmm.
passed away last year, she was
Yes.
107 and she was still walking around and she was still tending a little garden and taking care of her three goats. But she was 107 years old,
A
but she was
hundred
still
and
moving around.
seven. Exactly. And that's my point. And it's a
Yes,
third world, right?
yes,
So 107 don't have big freezers of storing dead meat,
right,
right, growing your food. And it's very interesting. I saw a documentary of, I think it was talking about Jamaica and whatnot, and about how that everybody's telling you to leave, and the golden roads and all this other stuff. And once you make it, guess where you go? You go back home. That's the
right.
luxury. You had riches, you just didn't recognize it. You
Mhm.
live longer. Or, So anyway, so that was my big thing because personally I had health challenges, and no matter what isms anybody will face, sexism, racism, polarism, whatever it is, there's ageism. And it gets
Right,
ageism on both ends of the spectrum, making assumptions because someone's young, making assumptions because someone's old. So
right.
is there's no real term for I'm making an assumption, but Kenya, they don't talk about retirement, do they?
No,
It's an American concept because
yeah,
it's
it is.
profitable. There's prosperity in other people being sick. So I want people to think more of chapters of life, not ends of life, and to respect the process. So this is not going to be our last conversation. This is just a beginning, and we will probably do interactive where people can participate because I'm going to be so famous. Anyway, I know people want our autograph. Okay, anyway, but I want to thank folks for tuning in to this episode of Blue Zone Lifestyle, where, as I said, we hope to this episode meeting Mr. Morris Mugo face to face has inspired you to pursue your passion and live with purpose. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. I can take it. Don't forget to share this episode with others who might need a dose of motivation and encouragement. Stay connected and join us for other episodes and stories of purpose, passion, and the people like my friend here who are making an impact in their communities. Until then, live your best life on purpose. We got this. All right.